So many bullet dudes. Alright, well, more Assassin's Creed. We'll do like 2 more hours of this and I'll probably stop. But I will also edit the Siege videos and the Assassin's Creed one we did. That was an hour, even though I could just download it. But highlight. Let's see, what part is this? And depending on what time I go live tomorrow, I might start, actually, I don't know. I could move Siege to Jeff's time. I think he'd rather play that over anything else anyway. And just have noon be either Wasteland 2 or... No, I'll figure it out tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to upload everything. Load. Yeah, or it doesn't matter. Continue. Alright, so this is part 20. Sivion. Das Vagina. 27. Stole pussy. This is gonna be to here, probably. Create. And what's Siege 3 and 4 for Wind Bastion? Yes, it is, baby. Baby, I ain't got no plans if I flow on, baby. That's just the wrong beat. So I really do want to play Wasteland. I forgot about it. I forgot the game even existed. I never finished it because I think I missed like an hour in saves. So hold on. Drag this over here. Like that. Use playback time and then ever type 3? Yeah, baby. And new highlight. Control A V 4. And remove 10 from this. So that'll be 07. And then remove like probably 3 from this because it's the blue screen. Is that good? That's good, baby. Let's go. Those are published. Well, being processed, or you know, being created. Then I'll download them and yada yada yada. Dude, the highlight feature is a savior. I used to do it how I used to do it was I would download the whole lot. And I'm not a miss hard drive space. So you just point. Maybe. Where are we going here? I wanted to go around, right? Yeah, I'll swing. Go around to there.
Lower sail!
Lower sails. I don't know. Like I want to do. I know which one I want to do more. Is really the biggest thing here. I can close this tab, right? What tab is that? New producer, I don't need that one open. Close that one. Then, close this one. That should be good. I have, why do I have 5 different... Whatever. Yeah, I want to do both, but you can actually do both at the same time. I don't know. I had more time, I'll do both. I think I will do Darkest Dungeon first. But I haven't touched, what's the new DLC called?
Faster!
Oh, I have no idea. I haven't touched it yet. Please.
We're going as fast as we can!
One of us, excuse me. Call this a
We'll
dock.
make landfall here!
We'll make landfall here. Give me we'll pick that map, baby. Never mind. What do we have here? Oh, right, we killed the cultist. What should you give us? None of this stuff works for us, so goodbye. Farewell. See you in an hour. 8 out of 52? I don't know. I don't believe it's a deck of cards. But I didn't count either. A chesty that will not be adjusting my body. And legs. They are burning rate. Do we have 2 pieces for that now? That's where we... No, I think I just viewed it. And that's where... Yeah, never mind. I've been working on the railway. Close to the target.
Here it is.
Look at that, we found it. Can we pull the ship in? No. Anything else on this island? No. I'm gonna mark you. Pardon? Get out of here. Go.
Is that a door? I've never seen anything like it before.
Skirt? Skirt. Touch it with that spirit lady.
How do I get inside? I wonder if...
Flashback, baby, I ain't got no plans. If I float on me, would you understand? Oh, she hunting.
Who's there? Come out!
Hesitation only hastens.
The grave, I know, Mater.
Your form is improving. Your resolve is strong, but you're not taking action.
I was going to.
I know, but it's the moments in between that decide everything. Your turn.
You're telling me this 11-year-old girl is gonna take on a board and
You're
die to
old
it
enough
40
now.
times?
My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're ready.
Maybe 7, I don't know. I'm bad with kids'
I
ages.
felt something.
What?
Huh?
I just...
It has
I'm
magic.
bad with kids'
Yes,
ages.
we hit a long line of power. A bloodline of incredible
Until you have
heroes.
facial hair,
The same blood
you
is in
are
and me and
below
our
the age of
family.
7 to me.
All of us?
Think of Leonidas. He had
We're from
great
both genders as well.
courage, and he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed. We are able to feel certain things happening around us. That is our family's gift. But
Alright, so is facial hair for
everyone
guys, and is
understands.
dyeing your hair a straight or having
Some
highlights
recognize the power
is
we bear and want it only
you're
for
over the age of 12
themselves. They will try to take it from us.
for
I
females.
won't let them.
That's how it works.
I know. You're a warrior. If we keep moving forward, always moving forward, we're untouchable.
That might have
Storm
been
is
important.
coming in.
Then maybe we should move forward now.
Okay, kid. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Mater, I haven't forgotten you.
So be prepared, the rest of the game will be at nighttime. Unless we get so brokenly OP that I don't need to do it at nighttime anymore. Somehow. I would not shrug that off.
By the gods, who built all this? How does a place like this exist? How could I even explain
XP?
this to someone like Marcos?
See, the camera changes here, so this might be important. Or we were in cover. I think we were actually in cover, never mind. Burn this mother effer down.
Something's
That
glowing
spear?
over there.
Well, will we end up getting 4 weapons or whatever? We have the spear piece right now. I have 8.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Bazinga. There we go, pulled out.
Themos. The Forge.
I knew I let you stay in the Animus too long. Your vitals are crashing.
You don't understand. This confirms it. Cassandra didn't just have Isu technology. She had the means to improve it. Imagine how powerful the staff could be.
I admit, that could be an incredible find. But right now, I'm the doctor, and I take care of you. Now get some rest before you go back to Cassandra.
Alright.
If you insist, but only because I've got work to do on the outside.
Please, just clear your head. The last thing we need is a cell leader suffering from the bleeding effect and spearing us because we're Hittites or Thracians.
I won't. But Thracians throw great parties.
Don't forget, we're a team. We'll back you up until you're finished your investigation.
I know.
I
Yoshi
thought they
secured the
gave up
lock
with this type of
yesterday and he's
storylines.
keeping an eye out. Elena's on call doing historical research.
And I'm here to talk if you're feeling any confusion from the Animus.
Always the therapist.
What do you think of the mission so far?
Doctor, how do you feel now that we're closer than ever to the staff?
I believe this staff is important. But the Templars and Assassins have found
Team Hall?
staves of Eden before. Nikolai Tesla blew one up in Russia, if I remember correctly.
This is different. If what I saw in Egypt is true, this staff doesn't control minds. It controls physics, time. Imagine rewriting the rules of
play
the
Origins.
universe.
The spear you found is right here, and it's not doing anything.
The spear's attached to a bloodline. Leonidas, Cassandra, and Alexios. They were intimately connected to it.
Are you sure you can use the Staff of Hermes, then?
No. But if the Templars get it, they won't stop until they find someone who can.
I'm just not interested. What do you think of the new Animus?
What do you think of my new Animus?
You mean our new Animus? That's Abstergo equipment.
Which I've modified to within a millimeter of its digital life. It's an Animus console prototype, Raman variant, with the I/O capacities pushed to their max. Ultra portable with more calculating power than NASA and CERN combined.
Okay, nerd.
I'll go stretch my legs. Too bad we don't have access to the Abstergo gym anymore, huh?
Membership costs too much.
Sorry. Talk to
Those
ya.
are fine and all, but a pet monkey would be even cooler. The center of the universe, circa 400 BCE.
Where's Twitter? Quebec Capier. Oh,
Hier
Jesus.
soir,
Read it to
un
me.
cambriolage a eu lieu à la basilique cathédrale Notre-Dame de Québec. Heureusement, les dégâts au bâtiment historique sont minimes. Le secrétariat de la paroisse rapporte que les malfaiteurs sont partis en laissant derrière la cible du vol.
Same. I'm in. How'd you manage? Let's just say that I left a crypto key under the doormat in case Abstergo escorted me out. Was your hunch right? Yep, just in time. They have a location, Notre Dame de Quebec, but can't find the relic. I'm sure it must be there. Guess they don't have Catholic on their team, like you do. No way, Quebec City, here we come. I was over here too. Would have been much easier to read off this stuff. Boop. Subject potential descendant. Recollects those who possess the ability of recollection. 15th century Order of Franciscan monks Fr. Cadets. 1614 King Louis XIII requested that Samuel de Champlain take a selection of Recollets to Canada. Order was abruptly disbanded upon returning to France. Operative redacted, trace line redacted. Recollect friars: Father Denis Jamiot, Father Jean de Bieu, Father Joseph Lecron, Brother Pafiquier Duplessis, Brother Nikolai Vale, drowned in 1925. Location: Cathedral Ballistia of Notre Dame of Quebec. 4 centuries of treasuries and archives here. 900 people buried underneath the cathedral. Excavation uncovered hidden relics. Operative summary: search for Cathedral Ballista of Notre Dame of Quebec. Target item not found. Operative update: September 5th, 2017. Agents of the location under surveillance await new intel. Skirt. Plan. The Cathedral Ballista, Notre Dame of Quebec, architectural masterpiece. 1633 historical landmark, ellipses, and blood repository. Losing my mind. Area clear, slipped the first responder money. Nice work. Media's got their story, managed to get the gold paint off K. Pain isn't a bother, it's the ringing in my ears. I can't believe you pulled that off. If you can't believe in Golden Kiyashi Angel flying overhead, what can you believe in? Reality as a simulation. March 30th, 2018 at 2:14 a.m. Who dates this stupid paper at this exact time? Took a deep dive into theories about a reality being a simulation, ended up on the weird end of the internet. I'm just gathering information at this point. Not at all that I found had been useful. It's hard to imagine that we would know better, being another layer of the animus, but it makes sense in its own way. I added the word in there somewhere. Ten religious artifacts with supernatural powers. Here are the channel name. Chilling top 10, so. Miracles just that real, are they? Question mark. These relics all have some kind of story attached to them, good, bad, or divine. Don't forget to subscribe for more lists like this. Follow our social media for more new lists and updates every day. Buy some merch. Relics, Saints, top 10, boobs, funny, fail compilation. Comment 1, cool video. Check out my channel. Comment 2, and before no holy grail. Twitch in the upper right hand corner. Hit that blue button. Purple button. GSVB Smart. Question mark. Secret Science Investigations, number 39, Ancient Greece. Secrets of Ancient Greece revealed. Atlantis, where did it sink, and can satellite photos help us find it? Don't miss. Was Herodotus an Illuminati puppet? Hercules, man or myth? Did demigods walk the earth? Three-headed dogs, the Russian following of Demikov's footsteps. New studies, Pythagoras, what did he know? The founder of the popular theorem also believed the numbers were the key to unlocking the universe. Simulation theory at Iflailithin Hassan on April 1st of 2018 at 4:15 a.m. Hey, WER Hive Mind. I am in Egypt recently. I was in Egypt recently and out with some friends when the topic of reality as a simulation came up. It's a bit tinfoil hat, but an interesting theory. Does anyone have an academic resources for this? Here's an article about that, like written 2 years ago. You might want to read up on Hans Morviak. I know how Morviak's work from some studies I looked into with the AI and transhumanism. I didn't know he'd also had theories related to reality being a simulation. He's a science guy working on it. If you want a philosopher, I'd check out Nick Bostrom. Hey, 420 on April Fools. I read it wrong. Oh, damn it. Rocket Power fan, my boy. Great show. Sometimes I think I'm living in a simulation. I'll set things down and they'll move on their own. Sometimes I think I can see holes in my walls that just go nowhere. You mean windows? Is your house made of Swiss cheese? Getting the team together. I wasn't prepared to read like this. H. Cunningham from Texas, USA speaks English, Italian, VG hand-to-hand, firearm skills, undercover potential high. Tourist, art dealer, Vatican. Not this time off duty for personal reasons. A. Ryan. Look at this nerd. From Boston, USA, speaks English, Latin, Ancient Greek, and Sanskrit. Historian, rugby player, combat aptitude not yet evaluated. Expertise on ancient documents and church construction could be valuable, not yet, still in training next time. From Osaka, Japan, speaks Japanese English, VG, hand-to-hand, bladed weapon, and firearm skill, former Yakuza. Undercover potential with cooking, gastronomic skills, guest chief for Quebec City restaurant or food festival. Yes, but make sure he doesn't overwork himself off a recent tough mission. Victoria Babio, the one I ended up going with. From Quebec, Canada, speaks French and English, MD, psychiatry, PhD in neuropsychiatry, specialized in neurosystem approach to emotional memory function, personality structure, and psychopathology. Let the store go after Ascendance event, recruited by William Miles for unprecedented expertise. Assigned to mission, remember, if you kill her, then you'll be unemployed. Is William the English boy of the game? The original 3? I don't remember. Animus console prototype variant. Accessing extra located data reconstruction. Subject descendant of Leonidas. Estimation accuracy 76.3%. VB, are you comfortable with our rate of accuracy? LH, we're using centuries-old text to supplement the DNA memory from centuries-old blood. Hopefully the gap will overlap. VB, understood. Berg has a problem with simulations rated below 80%. Berg has a lot of problems. Officially Hellenic Republic, historically Hellas. First sign of human ancestors. See, is it Citra, what's it called again? I don't remember. 2700 BCE. 270,000 BCE. Earliest civilization. Circa 3200 BCE, independence from Ottoman Empire declared in 1821, joined European communities, now European Union 1981, successfully part of the Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, Meditan territory, then Ottoman Empire. Mountainous countryside with Mediterranean climate, called the birthplace of Western culture by historians. They have multiple pages. Oh, it's just okay. Herodotus and his work. Herodotus, called the father of history. Influential family, Herodotus was himself forced to go into exile in Samos, but then took part in the coup that overthrew Ligma. Studied and wrote history, travel books, gave public lectures, gained fame and drachmae. Greatest work was his history, relies on interviews rather than records, which generally don't exist anyway. Accuracy disputed, but influence undeniable. His work is credited with saving a massive and valuable information on archaic and early classical Greece. His work is methodical and extensive. LH, he wrote about Greece and surrounding areas, traveled the Black Sea, visited the Scythians, and lived in Egypt for months. His books were like travel guides to the ancient world. AR, true, that some of his work on non-Greek culture was vicious. I mean, there wasn't a tribe of cannibals in India who threw feasts with their deceased friends and as both guests of honor and the main course. I'd say a hard no to that. Let's hope his lost book doesn't include that kind of cultural glitch. From what I've been able to interpret so far, he does mention a group of ancient geniuses who sound especially like the ISU. His lost book is supposed to contain a story of a heretofore unknown hero who was a descendant of Leonidas of Sparta, and we know the spear of Leonidas is an ISU artifact. Leave it to the father of history to connect the dots. My throat. I'm not under Assassin's Creed, am I? I am not. Well, fix that real quick. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There we go, and apply information. Spear of Leonidas is rumored to be a powerful and deadly hand-to-hand weapon. ISU technology capable of multiple improvements, unpredictable mental effects, genetic memory storage, passed down from Leonidas to his grandchild. Who was Athenia? I don't remember the two chicks from the main trilogy that were aliens. ISU architecture. So the ISU, aka persecutors of those who came before, they're humanoid and they're ancients. They have triple helix DNA and 6 primary senses. The ISU say they created the Homo sapiens to serve them, and you knows that they're wrong. Abstergo classifies them as Homo sapiens divinius, though they waffle on whether they're gods or not. Sometimes individual ISU say they aren't, but usually they act like they are. They like to give themselves god names anyway. They weren't the ancient gods named after them. It's a sort of chicken and egg situation. We know that the ISU had other names before they took on the names, ones we now know. Like Juno was called Uni. She was in the first game. And just to check, Athenia is not a goddess's name, is it? The god of balls, it literally means truth, but if you ask Heritager, well, not literally, he's dead. It means the disclosure of truth. He dedicated huge chunks of philosophy to defining exactly what that means. What's the short version? Aletheia is unconcealedness, as opposed to correspondence, which is truth as accurate definitions of reality, or coherence, which is truth as statements that are consistent with the rest of reality. Okay, I think I'll leave the philosophy to you while I handle tech. Deal works for me. The capital of Time, ISU. Next thing to realize is that there's ISU and then there's ISU. The main movers and shakers as well were the capital line triad, Jupiter, Minerva, and Juno. Yeah, these people. Those three were scientists who formed a team to save the world from being destroyed by a solar flare. They were like superheroes with ulterior motives. Jupiter and Minerva appeared to sympathize with humans, but really only seemed to make a move after the Toba catastrophe nearly snuffed us out. Juno was in for the ISU, but mostly for herself. One of these world-saving solutions was the eye that killed Desmond, wasn't it? Exactly, it works short-term, but long-term more seems iffy. If iffy is a word you can use when you're talking about the end of the world as we know it. Aletheia did seem to imply that reality was shifting, or that multiple realities were shifting as calculations were made. I thought you were leading me to philosophy. Juno, so one of the most powerful ISU was Juno. She raised an army of followers trying to help her and her husband Atia get bodies. She wanted to move out of the gray of a virtual existence into some kind of spiritual tech hybrid afterlife. And the Phoenix Project was going to do just that. The plan was so dangerous that neither the Assassins nor Templars could take it on alone, so we teamed up for a while. Lila, I heard about your colleague Charlotte de la Cruz. I'm sorry, so am I. Weird questions, ellipses. So I know Mr. Berg used some special explosive to make sure there wasn't any DNA left, but wouldn't there be some trace of Ko-I-Nur? I mean, you'd think some shard of such powerful artifact would have survived. Alana, now when Berg blows something up, he blows it up. Extreme prejudice. The site is sterilized. So another weird question, how did Kiyoshi, Galina, and Aaron get away then? Too soon, Alana? Too soon. Hermes. We don't know much about ISU except that he was one. The Greeks and Egyptians both worshipped him. His followers called themselves Hermeticus. The god Hermes, particularly in the form of Hermes Trismegistus, was all about magic and alchemy, and his staff is the inspiration for the Caduceus. In theory, he met Pythagoras and gave him his staff. Betting a lot on this theory, we extrapolated that the staff is the key to the ISU. Equations of reality theory based on the information we get from Egypt. The ISU are convinced that understanding the mathematical rules of the universe are the basis of changing it. Are you convinced? I'm convinced it might be true. That's enough to make that staff very powerful and very, very dangerous. Aletheia. So who is Aletheia? She, that's a guess, I didn't record her using any pronouns, called herself that. She has a grudge against the rest of the ISU for the godlier-than-thou attitude. The ISU unified front showed cracks before it. At the time, Minerva and Juno argued in front of Desmond, or when conscious reached through the time to contact the assassins behind Juno's back. But in the new level of subordination, fortunately for us, Aletheia seems to be on humanity's side. Yeah, she reminds me of Martin Luther nailing the 95 Theses to a church door. Maybe this is the start of a great ISU schism. You got a knack for naming things, you know that? Thanks, balls. Besides, she's a hacker. I like her. Hacking, is that what she's doing with her rest of her missions? Retransmissions? Retransmissions, I'm an idiot. Sorry, I realize there's more in my department than yours. You heard the voice change, right? That's when the retransmission got hacked. Placed right under the other ISU's metaphorical nose. How do you think she did it? Good question. If you want to brute force the problem, try all the security protocols until you find one that works to lock everyone else out so they can't undo your work. Or if you're analog, get a stronger transmitter, Mexican radio style. Alethea's big advantage is having all the time in the world to find a solution. Like Conscious, she seems to be able to see multiple times at once and communicate across them, or multiple realities. I only wish I could do that kind of multitasking. If anyone could, it would be you, boss. Oh, boss. August 20th. You're all the same day? All August 20th, this is 9 a.m. What is this order? Oh, that's just okay. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Greetings and salutations. Hi, Harlan. It's been a while. I tried to message you, but you've been offline. What's happening? My favorite sharp-dressed man, Lila. Or Lila, I believe. Hello, Lila. I'm sorry there's been a lot going on. I just logged off to clear my head and focus on what's important. Don't worry, Harlan. What's wrong? Is it Arend? I just checked and he's offline too. Please tell me you two are alright. Lila. Hello, Lila. I'm sure he'll be fine. He's been quite quiet since he got back from the Australia mission. The new doctor says he's normal. I took some time off to be with him. I found a website where I could order salted licorice and stroop waffles. So that's cheering him up. Harlan. Aaron's eating junk food and the doctor's watching him. I just checked that nobody's finishing their reports. What the hell happened to Australia? In Australia. I'll call you okay. Hello, Lila. So like I mentioned, the memorial service for Charlotte will be Thursday at 10. If Galena calls you, please let her know. She left me 2 phone messages, but she didn't leave a number, and I haven't been able to reach her. She might be self-medicating. What do you mean? Did she call on star 69? Or whatever the number is? Hey Harlan, it's okay. Let Gina have her bender. Remember that Aaron's appreciating all the care you've given him. Even if you can't express it right now, keep being an angel, you, Lila. Sorry for sidetracking you with personal issues, but just something you wanted to ask me? Harlan. Don't worry, I was just going to ask if you wanted to join me on a mission to Canada, but I can do it myself, Lila. Have you been in touch with Kiyoshi? He was in Australia too, and he's been asking for work. I'd call him. I heard you might be seeking a team member. I am available currently. Takira Kiyoshi. Can I call you Kiyoshi? Did I get your name in the right order? Hi, I heard the mission in Australia was very tough. I can't believe how you pulled off that escape, the 3 of you. I mean, I'm sorry. And are you sure you wouldn't rather take some time off like Ain and Galena? Lila. My batteries. Dear Lila, no need for time off. I'm ready for work. Kiyoshi. Please let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Victoria Bibio, and I've recently been brought on as a resource person by your group. Mr. Kiyoshi Takayura is under my care. Of course, details are confidential. Please be aware that I do not recommend a return to active duty for my patient, Dr. Bibio. Are you fracking kidding me? Dr. Bibio of Asturgo's Ares project out, world's top expert on the bleeding effect. It is some kind of Asturgo infiltration attempt, because if not, or if so, this is not the Lila you're looking for. Lila who definitely didn't leave Asturgo in a hail of gunfire and shredded files. Yes, that's me. I assure you this is not a trap, Dr. Bibio. It's a trap, Lila. I assure you I mean nothing of the sort. William Miles could update you if you require more proof of my current position. Sorry I was making a joke, you know it's a trap anyway. I'm glad you're here, Lila. I didn't get it either. Dr. Bibio. Dear Kiyoshi, are you sure you're ready for this? Dr. Bibio just poked me to say you're not cleared to return to duty. While I respect Dr. Bibio and her medical opinion, I believe return to duty is necessary can be of service to the assassins. Also, this assignment will give me something to do other than sit in my quarters and wait. I get you're the type of who needs to work through your problems. I feel that too. Okay, consider yourself on board. I've told Dr. Daycare that you'll be doing desk duty as my researcher, but feel free to get up from the desk and kick ass, if you know what I mean. Winky smiley face, Lila. Thank you for understanding, Dr. Daycare. Don't tell anybody, but that was her nickname back at Abstergo. She was in charge of putting kids through some super secretive branch of the Art Animus program. Well, teenagers. It's not that weird, but they have reliable brains. And anyway, if I had known about the Animus when I was a teenager, I would have given my left arm a right cerebellum to get in there, Lila. I see. Thank you. Dear Dr. Bibiao, I know you're in charge of his treatment, but Kiyoshi's really keen on staying busy, so I told him you might let him be my backup for my next mission. It's really a sure gig. I'll put him on the desk duty as a researcher. I know Miles has a candidate, Alania. She sounds cool, but he's still getting her up to speed. Quebec City's safe as stone houses, and the trip will keep Kiyoshi out of trouble, you know. Proposal could be acceptable so long as properly supervised and performs only light duty. So I've spoken with William and gotten his blessing to join your mission. I know I'm a recent addition to your group, but I lived in Quebec City for many years. I speak fluent French. Dr. Bibiao. Dear Lila, Dr. Bibiao contacted me. Sounds like we're in daycare. Let's go, baby. You're a funny guy.
The Lost Book of Herodotus. The Spear of Leonidas. If I didn't work for the assassins, I wouldn't believe it. I'm still not sure I believe it. But a little luck and a lot of research later, and we've got ourselves the archaeological find of the century. At least, we would if I could publish it.
One sec. Okay. I think we're done with the 35 minutes of reading. I think it was actually 27. Anyway. Where are we? Yeah, you're over. Gotcha. Let's see, we're waiting for something. I don't know.
I should check my email.
Check it again. No, we're okay.
Fascinating. Layla, can you believe we're meeting Herodotus himself?
I can. He sure does talk a lot.
Is there anything I can help you with?
What can you tell me about the book?
So does what I'm seeing as Cassandra match your research? I had to tweak the Animus to use what we have of the book as reference.
That book is a lost work by Herodotus. He basically invented the concept of recording history. And other figures are matching up too. Cleon, Pericles. The chance to see the past firsthand is why I joined the Assassins.
Most people would talk about justice or leaping across rooftops, but history's cool too.
I've loved history since my grandpa told me stories about his grandpa back in Ireland. He was an adventurer and sailor, so I'm continuing the family tradition. I feel so lucky.
You make your own luck, remember?
Why do people keep telling me that?
What do you know about Herodotus?
So I've met Herodotus, but I don't know much about him.
He's brilliant. His histories are considered the foremost textbook of classical Greece. People have made their careers analyzing his words for some new perspective. To see him in his own world, walking in the polis, and... Sorry, but he's kind of a hero of mine.
You can fangirl all you want.
Yay!
That's enough for now.
I'll leave you to your work.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Stop, it's all you.
Too bad we had to leave before we could drink some more caribou.
Caribou. Oh, it's a bed. I thought it was a table.
Looks third echelon. Or was it fourth?
The Ubisoft cinematic universe, am I right?
How's it going out there?
Well, no threats in view.
I'm glad we could work together again.
I believe our working methods are compatible.
Why are you so sure of me?
Are you still upset about our last run-in with Abstergo?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize those hills in Quebec were so steep. But hey, you and your Yakuza reflexes saved us. Sorry. Ex-Yakuza.
We're all alive and our injuries have healed. That's what matters.
What do you think we should... What do you think we should do next?
Of course, I'll return to the Animus, then follow the trail Herodotus left to find the staff. But there's so many possibilities, so many choices. There's no way to know which ones are right. You used to run part of the Japanese Brotherhood. What would you do?
Take things one step at a time, observe then act, or kill everyone and search their pockets for answers. You decide.
I'll leave it to it.
Thanks for watching our backs, Kiyoshi. I'll leave you to your work.
I'll report in if Abstergo drops by.
I wonder if the Fry twins would still recognize London. A rooftop's still a rooftop.
I didn't touch Syndicate. I heard it was fun. I don't know.
What? 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 What?
I guess we're going back in. You want to talk? I think we did everything.
Are you sure you want to go back into the Animus right now? I get the impression you'll be there a long time.
Someone return to the Animus.
Yes. I'm ready to go back to Cassandra.
All right. I'll be watching your back.
What Assassin's Creed is the oldest based on timeline? I feel like it might be one of the 2D ones. I don't know when they take place. I have no idea, but I feel like it might be one of those.
My spear is stronger now. The cult won't stand a chance.
I have more notches if we're gonna put them in. I'll do it. Leonardo's spear. Upgrade the spear of Leonardo's here at the forge of Hephaestos using the artifact fragments. Upgrading it increases your adrenaline and unlocks more powerful abilities to collect artifact fragments from defeated members of the Cult of Cosmos. Review your quest menu to track progress towards more spear upgrades. Health gain per adrenaline spent. Melee ability wheel unlocked. 6 adrenaline segments. Match mobility rank 2. Let's freaking go, baby. I can do... either Rush or Hero Circuit are pretty good too. I mean, we didn't level up yet, but I'm looking at my options. But also get rid of some of this garbage. Can I put more shards in, or Dr. Herodotus? I don't know how we do that. It's the thing.
Well, Herodotus will be happy. It's clear someone was here far before we were. Did Leonidas know this place existed?
Can you be any slower?
you talk!
One entrance. My man has leaps. Brother.
You're not hard to track.
Did you come alone? Are you all right? Alexios, you're alive.
Don't touch me.
Come on, little brother. You have to tell me everything. What's happened to you?
I don't have to tell you anything. I don't know you.
Well, I know you. It doesn't matter. There's more important things to argue about.
You're right. Like that stunt you pulled with the artifact. It got my attention, if that's what you wanted.
What? The artifact showed the truth. We're family. And we made it out of Sparta alive.
Yes, it did show the truth. It confirmed what I always knew. You threw me off a fucking mountain!
Explain everything.
You think it's that simple? Come on, Alexios. Let's talk about it.
Stop calling me that! I already know what happened that night.
Right. Demos. Now him, I don't know.
He's a demigod. Worshipped and feared by the cult and all the Greek world.
Gods, I'm out of the cult.
Then why do the cult's bidding?
Have you been paying attention? They're following my lead.
Then make a choice on your own. Help find our mater.
I'm not interested in reunion. I just want to know what you think you're doing.
Same thing as your cult. Looking for Myrini, our mother.
They don't need her.
Your cultists think differently. She's their next target.
If they ever pursued her, it would be to kill her. But if you don't know where she is, that means she abandoned you too. How sad.
This looks so weird to me. Is she still our mother?
Even if we were abandoned, we survived. We can go back to the way things were if we can find her.
The cult has no interest in sentimentality or family. Its only aim is control.
I didn't kill Nikolaos. But the game thinks I killed Nikolaos.
If they're after all of us, there's one less person to find. I killed Nikolaos.
Yet here you are, acting so righteous. When really, you're just like me.
Oh, do I lie to him or
don't
lie to him?
care
I don't
what you
know.
think. I'll find Myrini. Do the right thing. Come with me.
What?
We could find her. Together. You could help me.
Oh, you think friendship is the answer? Running around like lost children looking for dear mater. You're so weak.
It's not
It's
weakness.
responsibility, not weakness. I won't abandon the whole family just for spite.
Responsibility? Get off your high horse. The cult has a plan, and it won't be interrupted by the likes of you.
What other cult
Taking
plans?
your own mother isn't enough for them?
We're not abductors. We're political. Those who don't stand with us stand against us, and they pay for that mistake.
Like me.
Like you. I heard you're planning a trip to Athens. When you go, tell Pericles and his elitist scum they're next.
What do they want with our
The
family?
cult let Myrini live. They let Nikolaos live. Why kill them now?
Because you live. You brought this on her and yourself. The cult is powerful, but they're mortals. I have the blood of gods, so they think you do too. But they'll see how wrong they are.
I'm going after the cult, you know.
You've seen our numbers. You've seen what I can do. And you still think you stand a chance?
Try me.
So having guts runs in the family, does it? You claim we have the same blood. So let's see what you can do.
We still found each other, brother.
I told you not to touch me.
Demos!
Like, the voice acting is just
Baraka.
so absurd.
Herodotus won't believe this. I have to tell him what happened.
Can't just be me, right? I swear, it's just so adamant. Leave me alone. Herodotus, eyes here.
Well, was the legend true? Was it magnificent? What happened to you? And your spear?
Slow down, Herodotus. My spear's stronger now. I can feel it. You were right. There was some kind of artifact there. It showed me a vision. Of me and my mother.
So, the ancient civilization is real. Cassandra, you have no idea the power you possess. All harnessed in Leonidas' spear.
That's not everything. Deimos followed me here. The cult's already moving, he told me himself. They're going after us. My family, Pericles.
Why would he tell you? Unless it was a trap.
It doesn't matter. We have to get to Athens to warn Pericles. And we need to find my mother before they do.
Then, we go to the Pnyx. If Pericles is anywhere, he's there.
Upgrade the spear. I had to leave to go back and upgrade it. God. Just want to rip my hair out. Gross. So we have 5 bars right now? Yes, we have 5. Alright. Ooh, slide. Leave me alone. What have I finished downloading? Don't mind if I freaking do. Rename that one to AC-27. Delete those. Rename AC-27. I did not hit colon. We're talking about. And then download part 3 of this. Skirt. There we go. I'll finish up upgrading this and then we'll go back to, I'll do a slash marker and yada yada yada. Pushing that hour mark.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Oh. Plus 12% poison damage. Level 28 unlocked ability point. I think we can go for critical, actually. Level 5 spear. So I have my second melee ability, wheels, but yeah, I see it. So I can put you Which wheel? It can be X for now, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Alright. Don't know how you switch wheels, but LB down. Gotcha. How do you see how many nodes you need? It's a thing. I have no idea. I need 3 more to upgrade it, gotcha. So we'll go ahead and mark this, I believe. Hey, 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 hey. Where's my boat? There's my boat. You know what? Maybe I should move those abilities so the one I can only use instead of combat would not be on that wheel. Sure. So I'll make you X and you down X. Down X. There you go. That should be fine. Wait, what? There it is. Anyway, slash marker.